Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. Our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. Let's take a look at the numbers for Kevin Durant.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now, we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Big men on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Wag is out there with Max Christie. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Tari Eason is out there with Amen Thompson. And it's KD in at the 3 slot. Well, RJ, we're not going to see either side at full strength in this one. Both teams are dealing with a lot of injuries.
That's a part of it. You got to have that next man up mentality. But it's also on the coaching staff. Can they adjust and put their guys that they have in a position to succeed? So fluid, pulling up to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
Pass to Flag. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult
previous play is under review.
It is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay review.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
First free throw is good. And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
And so he makes both from the line. So, Greg, for Cooper Flag, both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean, right? Though at this point, he's a powerful young man, and he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
Now, here is Smith. 4 on the shot clock. From the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Washington. Gafford is screen on Smith. To the middle. And Gafford throws it down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Durant. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Thompson passes to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Hey, look, sometimes you just got to let the big man work. Şengün doing it in style.
Pass to Gafford. And here is Washington. Here's Flag. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
To the wing right side. Now here's Thompson. Marshall defending from downtown. Shot by Eason. No good. Looking at Dallas. They want to turn it around after the loss to Charlotte. The shot's good from Christie.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Thompson surveying the floor. The shot by KD. No good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Flag sends a screen for Washington. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. It's Thompson on the drive.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Pass to Marshall. Now Washington. Flag with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets leading by 4. To the right side. Back to Thompson. Pass to Eason. Over Christie. It's rebounded by Dallas. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Here is Durant. Following the score by Dallas. Nailed from three-point land. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Rockets. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And checking out Dallas. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And I think for the Rockets, lately they've been off their game just a little bit. It's led to them losing that top spot here in the standings.
They've got plenty of time left to get back to being the team we thought they'd be heading into the year, but they'd better do it quick.
Here's Flag for the screen on KD. Pass to Marshall. Shot clock at 6. KD looking around. Back to Eason. This one for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Flag. Pass to Marshall. Now, here's Washington. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Thompson. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Gafford uses the glass to finish the layup.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Pass to Flag. Stolen by Durant. Here's Thompson. With the drive. Fires the three. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Well, defense is a big part of these players' games as the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. You look at Washington. Fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks. And, of course, Kevin Durant.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
What it really says about them is that they're able to guard multiple positions. That is a huge asset for any team.
Rockets leading by 11. Şengün with the screen for Eason. Six on the shot clock. A second chance effort. And it's Şengün getting it to go. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now, here's Thompson. 9 points last game. And stolen by Flag. Releases from 15. No good off the front iron.
Oh, that's a shot he's got to hit. Brick.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Thompson no good on the free throw. So, Greg, with all-star voting underway, there are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to 15 spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
Now, here's Şengün. 9-point game his last outing. 5 on the clock. Here's Durant. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Flag. For 3, Marshall. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson. Rockets leading by 13. Durant attacking. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Flag with it, defended by Durant, fades away. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists in the game.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Here's Flag. Now Washington. Again the miss by the Mavericks.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And the shot goes in. Durant's got 19 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Flag with it. Guarded by KD. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Will it go? The offensive rebound. Christie kicks to Marshall. Sinks the three-pointer. Marshall's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. Gafford against Şengün. Fires for three, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Şengün. He's got 22.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Screen by Gafford. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Thompson outside. Pass to Şengün. Durant wide open. He fires. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
And it's flag missing.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
He gets it up, and so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Houston Rockets. A terrific quarter for him, and now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Dallas shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got Russell, and it's Robinson Earl in at the power forward. Here's Russell, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Thompson. Now, here's Şengün. Şengün with a screen on Nembhard. Thompson finds Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 8th assist here tonight. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Now, here is Russell. Nothing on the board. Pass to Nembhard. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Durant dishes to Thompson. Back to KD. The three hits the three-point bomb. Durant's got 30.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Russell feeling it out a bit. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, there's a resemblance in Alperen Şengün's game. Coach Coach Udoka said he's got a little bit of Joker in him. That's the first thing you'll see. Şengün acknowledged the comparison, adding our passing skills and touch under the rim is similar, but Joker is like monster level. I want to get to that level. Guys, back to you.
He is clearly on the rise. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Thompson after D'Angelo Russell's miss. And Şengün throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Dallas calls timeout. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. You look at Washington, one of the game's best, second in the league. And, of course, Cooper Flag.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
One word you always hear used to describe these guys is active. They don't leave it to just the bigs to do the rebounding. They get in there and do the dirty work themselves.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Rockets making the shot. In the corner, it's Flag. Back to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Now Thompson. 10 points for him. And it's Thompson with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here is Russell. The Rockets making the shot. And here is Durant. He's coming off a 31-point game against Atlanta. Screen by Smith. It's Thompson off the drive, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Pass to Washington. Now Russell. Down low. Here's Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Good work in the pick and roll. I like it when Russell looks to distribute in these sets.
Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Rebound by Marshall.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bounce pass Washington. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's been an interesting journey for D'Angelo Russell. He's had multiple stints with the Lakers and Nets, Richard.
Yeah, before turning 30. That's a pretty rare occurrence. He's already been traded a few times, but give D'Lo credit. He is a professional and rolls with it.
First one falls for him. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now here's Thompson. 14 points for him. KD's shot is good.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Pass to Flag. Now Marshall. The 3. Dallas again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
Now, here is Russell. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Kevin Durant.
Love the selfless approach from Russell. His teammates appreciate when he finds them uncovered.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nembhard's checked in.
One shot.
Rockets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Pass to KD. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. KD's got 8 here in the quarter.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Gafford passes to Washington. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Nembhard against Thompson. Pass to KD. Nails the wide-open jump shot. And it's 37 points for Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
Washington. Rebounded by Capella.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Outside, KD. No good on the three. For Dallas, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Dallas moving it around. Flag with it. Durant's there. Thompson outside. Pass to KD. Gafford against Thompson. Clock at 6. Back to KD. And a miss there on the triple.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Here's Flag. Guarded by KD. And here is Washington. It's Nembhard on the wing. He has 5.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Look from Durant, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Flag. They need this one. Rockets with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They were bricking, they were missing, they were airballing, they were doing everything. Brutal night shooting for them when they couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn. They couldn't hit the ocean if they fell out of a boat.
Good, another from 3.
He's got his defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Now here's Thompson. He's got 14. KD, a screen on Nembhard. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. 1:49 left to play here in the half. Here's Flag, guarded by KD. Shoots over KD. Dallas again missing. Houston's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. KD on the wing. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Gafford kicks to Washington. No good again that time.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Right side, Kevin Durant. His three-pointer's off the mark. Mavericks shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
The Mavericks have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
All right, let's go, everybody right here, right now, for Houston.
Houston making some changes. Şengün comes in for Clint Capella. And Tari Eason subbed in for Josh Okogie. And Dallas with a change here too. Christie's checked in. That free throw missing.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
He doesn't get the second one. Timeout called the Rockets. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Tate, he's checked in for Houston.
And mascot, what's the bear?
And he nails the third.
Well, here in the second quarter, he's starting to dial up his aggressiveness as far as working himself to the free throw line.
Thompson with it, defended by Gafford. And Şengün with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Şengün's got 11.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Gafford. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Christie finds Nembhard. Back to Christie. Shoots the three. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Houston Rockets, sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
Well, I think for Houston, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. They've got to tinker with the team until they find that championship recipe.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Houston Rockets.
The defense should get a talk. They've been getting splashed on all game, and I'm just sitting back watching the show.
And as great as they've been, the show still has a second act. It can all change in a flash.
Can you say splash on TV?
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Flagg. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Tate in at the small forward. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And it's Flagg missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Richard, you were telling me before the game, you're a big fan of Amen Thompson.
Oh, man, he is an elite defender who can guard multiple positions. One of the top athletes in the league, and he's just such an instinctive playmaker.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Finney-Smith with it. He's covered by Washington. Thompson passes to Tate. Here's Sengun. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Daniel Gafford.
Great use of the size inside there by Sengun to draw the contact.
Rockets have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
That one is off. Richard, we know that anytime Alperen Sengun steps on the floor, he's a triple-double threat.
Yeah, he's one of the tallest players to ever have multiple triple-doubles. Sengun is such a great passer, it adds another dimension to their offense.
Durant's checked in for Tate.
Sengun's fun to watch on the block. Drop steps, spin moves, up and unders. This man will put on a clinic down low.
Gafford sets the pick for Washington. The three-pointer off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are all in on...
Connects again from distance.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Sengun. He's got 11. Takes the 3. And, yep, another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Washington. Gafford sets the pick for Washington. Drills it from outside. Washington's got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Thompson outside. Durant drawing the double team. Easton passes to Finney-Smith. And another 3 for Houston.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Flagg. And Flagg throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Thompson with it. He's got 16. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Thompson against Christie. Pass to Washington. Off target from outside. Houston's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Christie the pass to Washington. Here's Christie. Finney-Smith defending. 3, Marshall. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game.
3. That'll be 3 seconds. Dallas ball.
The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now, here's Washington. He's got 6. Pass to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And that's how you lead a team.
The Rockets call
Literally.
Timeout called, the Rockets. End up going with a whole new group. Break in the action means we can check out the best defensive teams in the league this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Rockets.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
They set the pick. A floater. It's rebounded by Dallas. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Pass to Christie. Now flag. For the screen on Tate. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Marshall. Over Shepherd. Marshall can't hit. Now Shepherd. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Houston.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Washington. Here's Christie. Now here's Gafford. Capella covering. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's flag. Tate covering. 6 on the shot clock.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Kept alive. Pass to Flag. Drills the baseline jumper. 10 points for Cooper Flag.
And you like to see since the half now. He's finally starting to come around.
Green with a screen for Shepherd. The Rockets with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now Washington. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass the Flag. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nemhard's checked in. Okogie inside the three-point line. Takes it off the glass. Okogie's got his first bucket of the night. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here's Marshall from the arc. Green with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Beyond the arc. Here's Capella, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Capella's got his first points in this one. To the paint, it's stolen by Capella. Here's a Kogi, and a strong finish with two hands.
And so often we see Capella's defense make a difference. He can be a game changer without scoring a point.
And here is Washington. He has 6. It's Nembhard on the wing. Marshall sets a screen for Nembhard. Over Shepard. Dallas no good that time either. Rockets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Tate. Hasn't made one yet. Shepard, that's good.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
Pass to Christie. Now, here's Washington. And that time, also a missed shot. Here's Shepard. Nembhard covering. Here's Okogie. Green with a screen on Christie. Going inside. Here's Capella. Here's Shepard. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Out to the right wing. And here's Washington outside.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates. Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Christie has the open look. Offensive rebound. Gafford kicks to Marshall. Nembhard with it. He has 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Count it.
2 minutes.
Washington's got 8 points.
Rate of baskets assisted. It's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Pass to Okogie. 1:43 left in the third. Now Shepard. The tray. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That's his first foul.
In for the Mavericks, Musa Cisse, Caleb Martin, Clay Thompson.
1:19 left in the third quarter. Now Nembhard. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Christie. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Over in the corner, Green. Got a piece of it. Okogie, the pass to Shepard. Inside, Capella off with the layup.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Nembhard, the pass to Thompson. Shoots over Tate. The shot by Thompson, no good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Okogie. Launches it. The Mavericks pull it in. With 2 seconds left. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And so it's Houston, sitting on a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Dan, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Flag. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Nembhard in at the 1.
You never want to foul Russell. He's pretty much automatic at the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
And the first one at the line is good. Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, 1, hungrier, 2, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age.
Pass to Okogie. Shot clock at 5. Houston needs to get a shot off. And here's Green outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Russell left side. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from three-point range. Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Capella with a screen on Nembhard. And he drives in, and the dunk by Capella.
And Capella has run pick and roll so many times, adept at knowing where to cut after the screen.
Thompson outside. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the triple.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Let's give a warm to your Rock City.
Both teams deciding to change it up. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Now here's Thompson. Driving inside. And Thompson throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Bounce pass, Nembhard. And when players get into a little extracurricular conversation with opponents, RJ, do you think officials are a little too quick to hit them with a double T?
No, that's just officials trying to get control of the game, giving both players a warning. That's all a tough technical is a warning because we don't have both players have been warned. We have both players have technicals.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Thompson in the corner. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thompson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Mavs. KD sets the pick for Thompson. Now that bucket. Thompson's got 22 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nembhard is screen on KD. Thompson right side. Pass the flag. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Out to Russell. They set the pick. Here's Cisse, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Pass to Eason. Hands it from downtown.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
To the paint. Here's Cisse, and that one drops.
And we know Thompson can do damage as a scorer, but they're showing off his ability to pass it.
Thompson against Nembhard. Smith feeling it out a bit. It's Durant on the wing. Over flag. Nembhard grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. Greg, that's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
You can run some offense through Şengün because he has a high basketball IQ. Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Mavericks, flag. 1 shot.
And that one misses. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Left side, KD. And again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Pass to Şengün. Shoots over Gafford. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The putback, and it's Gafford on the follow.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's Thompson on the drive, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Pass to Christie. Here's flag, guarded by KD. And here is Marshall, a 3-ball. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They double-team KD. Eason's shot is good.
where they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Christie with the screen for Flag. Pass to Washington. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Screen by Şengün. Thompson passes to Eason. And stolen by Flag. Over in the corner, Christie. No good on the triple. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Gafford with the steal. Here's Flag. He's covered by Eason. Flag with it. Count that one. Flag's got 12 points in just the second half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Thompson outside. Pass to Şengün. Shoots over Gafford. Second shot opportunity. And the layup. Good by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Down low, here's Gafford. That one doesn't drop. Great defense that time from Şengün. And here's Thompson. Durant for 3. Doesn't go that time. Flag with it. Now defended by Şengün. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Marshall. Here's Flag. Guarded by KD. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Washington. Bangs home the trifecta.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
The Rockets shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Here's KD. Up and in on the layup. KD's got 55.
That's easy money for Durant. Just too long and too skilled.
2 minutes.
Pass to Flag. Here's Marshall. Now Flag. For the screen on Durant. Flag. Another 3 for Dallas.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Outside, KD. And Durant gets double-teamed. Şengün finds Thompson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone. They'll be connects again from distance.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are. And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good! Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
Eason against Christie. Pass to Flag. Gafford to screen on Katie. Gafford inside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Rockets ball.
The high post shot connects again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He put on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.